Hi students, it's Miss Gilbert. Before I start this video, I want to go over some vocabulary words. A line that touches two sides of a circle is called a chord. A line that touches two sides of a circle and goes through the center is a diameter. That's a type of chord. And we know that half of a diameter is a radius. And a line that goes through the circle at 2 points is called a secant line. Secant. A line that goes that touches a circle just once on the outside of a circle is called a tangent line. And the point that touches it is called a point of tangency. And then a special rule is if a diameter or a radius intersects with a tangent line, it's always 90 degrees, a right angle, perpendicular. Okay, the first thing we're going to talk about are angles formed outside of circles by intersection. So the angles outside of a circle. It can either be formed with two tangent lines, two secant lines, or a tangent and a secant line. The formula that we use, this is important, is 1/2 big arc minus little arc. Okay, so la mitad de arco de grande menos arque poquito. Arco poquito. And first, this example, number 1, line segment ST and line segment UT are both secant to circle. And we need to find the measure of angle T. So we want to find the outside angle. So I'm going to use this formula. The angle, we don't know the angle, so I'm going to call it X equals 1/2 big arc. That means that on the secant lines, we take the big arc in between the two lines, which is 120, minus the little arc, which we don't know, so we need to use our knowledge of circles. We know that circles are how many degrees? 360 degrees. So we take 360 and subtract the rest of it. So subtract 104 minus 120 minus 66, and we get 70 degrees. So the little arc is 70 degrees. X equals 1/2 of 120 minus 70 is 50. And then for 1/2, la mitad. La mitad significa dividir en dos. Half means divide by 2. So X equals 25. So the measure of angle T is 25 degrees. All you need to do is half of the big arc minus the little arc. Let's try another one. AB and BC are tangent to the circle. That means it just touches it once, okay? And we're given that the measure of arc AC is 100 degrees. So I know that this arc is 100 degrees. And I'm looking for the measure of angle B. So the angle will equal 1/2 big arc. Now I do not have the big arc, but I know that a circle is 360 degrees. So 360 minus 100 is 260. And that's the rest of the circle right here, the big arc. So big arc minus little arc. The angle is half of 260 minus 100 is 160. And we take 160, remember half is divided by 2, 80. So the measure of angle B will be 80 degrees. Okay, one more example. Sometimes you're going to see problems that have the angle, that you know the angle, but you need an arc. So we're just going to set up the same equation. The angle, now instead of x, it's 45 because we know the angle. 45 equals 1/2 big arc. The big arc is 130 minus little arc, which we do not know. We don't know, so it's x. So first we want to get rid of 1/2. The opposite, opuesto, is multiplied by 2. So we're going to multiply by 2. That cancels out. And multiply by 2 on the other side. En dos lados necesitas multiplicar por 2 en dos lados de la igual. 2 times 45 is 90 equals 130 minus x. Now I want x alone. Yo quiero x solo. So minus 130 on both sides, en dos lados. I have 90 minus 130 equals negative 40. And when you have a negative on both sides, if you divide by negative 1, it will cancel out. So you get x equals 40 degrees. So the measure of arc KM equals 40 degrees. And that's it for outside angles.